Recently, we bought some fresh asparagus, cut it up into bite-sized pieces, freeze-dried it, and now we're going to rehydrate it. We just packaged these up the other day, so I wasn't too concerned about putting in an oxygen absorber. Just temporarily stored these in a jar until we were ready to do the rehydration. We peeled the stalks and cut them into bite-sized pieces at an angle. This helps them stay more tender and gives a greater surface area, which is better for freeze drying and better for rehydration. You can also see how dry and delicate these pieces are. So, as always, keep that in mind for how you're packaging and storing while it is in such a delicate state. Some people like to eat these dry as like a crunchy little snack, put seasoning on it, different things like that. So the first thing I'll do is just try one of these that has not yet been rehydrated. Oh, it is like a crispy little airy chip. No, flavor's pretty good, so I guess depending on what you put on it, there's that different seasoning as well. We like to use insulated food containers to rehydrate our freeze-dried food items. Keeps things cool or warm as needed, and they're really great for travel and storage. In the left container, we're going to rehydrate using cool filtered water. And in the right container, we're going to rehydrate using warm filtered water, not boiling, because we found that sometimes that leads to overcooking, which can sometimes make the rehydrated food rubbery. Originally, when we cooked this asparagus, it was simmered in onions, garlic, lemon, herbs, and white wine. So I want to be careful and not add too much water back, because I don't want to dilute that delicious marinade that it was cooked in. Just going to add a little bit of cool filtered water and then just let that sit. We like to use an electric kettle when we're warming up our water to use for rehydration. It lets us pick the temperature we need, and that way we're not always using boiling water because sometimes that overcooks. This is also great for travel. You can use it in your hotel, RVs, camping, and depending on your portable power battery bank, sometimes it can run off of that as well. And in about 2 minutes or less, our water is warm. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of warm water to this one. A little tiny bit because I don't want to dilute the sauce. See, the onions are coming back almost instantly there. And then I'll just cover, let that sit for about 5 minutes. And while those are warming up, I'll give the cold ones a little bit of a stir. I can see that marinade coming back at the bottom from the little bit of extra water. Try to distribute that moisture around a little bit. You can already tell these are a lot softer as they're taking up that moisture. It's been a few minutes now and our cold asparagus are fully rehydrated. I say maybe it's definitely not even been 10 minutes, but more than 5. Just kind of give it a couple gentle stirs just to distribute the marinade and the moisture around. So let's check this out. All right, it is definitely soft. It is fully rehydrated. I think it kept its shape pretty well. And if I press it, it is mushable. So it is a little bit delicate there. I mean, keep in mind, manage your expectations. It was frozen. So of course that's going to change the texture anytime a vegetable gets frozen. Let's give it a taste. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely soft. I can taste the marinade. Good asparagus flavor coming through. I mean, I would definitely have that as a side dish. And keep in mind too, if you don't like it that soft, you can always blend it in, you know, cream of asparagus soup. You could always use this in like a breakfast casserole or a breakfast quiche, because that would be a really good way to use a soft, you know, piece of asparagus. So it just depends on what you like and what you plan on doing with it. Now let's check on the warm asparagus. Probably time to give that a stir. Distribute around the moisture. Okay, and again with this one I can see the marinade at the bottom. This feels mostly rehydrated. I do see a couple pieces that could probably use some more time in the moisture. I can feel the warmth coming off of that, so it's definitely still warm to eat from being in the insulated container. So we'll just give that like another minute. It's been another minute or so now, so let's take a look. Okay, looks like it's rehydrated well. Let's see if we can do a little taste test here. I see the onions are definitely fully rehydrated, so that's always good. And again, oh, it's still warm. Yep, ready to eat as a nice warm side dish. Again, soft and squishable, just like the other one. Let me see here. Give it a taste. Yeah, the marinade came back beautifully, so that's always a plus. And it's warm. It's soft, but you know, again, it was frozen. The taste is there. You know, it'd be a great side dish to travel with. I think we'll be doing some more of this in bulk for our storage. If you're planning to freeze dry asparagus, just keep the following things in mind. It's never going to be as crisp or as firm as fresh asparagus. It was frozen. So think about how you're going to use it and then work backwards from there. So for example, if you're making, you know, a vegetable soup or a stew, or you're planning on using it in a breakfast, you know, scramble or a quiche or cream of asparagus soup, that would be a great application for soft, rehydrated asparagus. But maybe just as a plain side dish, you might not prefer it like that. It is very soft. In our opinion, it's still better than canned asparagus, especially for the fact that you get to prepare it when it is fresh yourself. We were able to get the pieces that we wanted. You know, we trimmed it the way we liked. There weren't any like strange off bits that sometimes, you know, end up in the canned goods. So we were able to prepare it our way. I'm going to put this away in the fridge. We'll have this later on for dinner. And in the future, we're going to experiment some more and probably do some breakfast dishes and some soups. So stay tuned for that. Hope you found this video helpful, interesting, and informative. Please share it with others and check back for more. Have a good one.